In my nights alone, record player playing all the favorite songs over and over. I cannot control, addicted to a loving I would never know.
Hey guys, Ashley Bowden here for The Buzz. We are in studio with singer, actress, and fashion designer Hana Giraldo. Hi, Hana.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me. I love this place.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's great.
It's kind of like a hidden gem.
It is. And we're so excited to have you here for a little chit chat, little girl talk.
Yes, girl talk. Love girl talk. Can't get enough.
Yeah, and I love your earrings and your whole fit.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Shining.
I love your fit.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. So I want to ask you, there's a lot of artists coming up right now who come from successful parents in the music game. Would you say that it's easier or a more difficult road coming from royalty?
That's a really tricky situation question that you asked me, because I think it all depends on who you're raised by. Now, for my instance, now let's say you're raised by somebody who's super famous and now giving you everything you've ever wanted. You're going to completely live a lifestyle that's completely different than somebody like me who is raised with celebrity parents. But when people always ask me, what's it like having a celebrity parent? I'm like, it's my mom. I don't know any different. But not that I didn't experience, luxury vacations and things like that. And I'm so blessed. But my parents made sure to make sure that, my life was very humble and to make sure that I got all my own, money myself and stuff like that. So I think that it's really hard for these, people who have celebrity parents, because they have this sort of stigma about them that they are trying to compete with a legacy. And so they get lost in, not being the number one, and they go downwards, which is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just run on your own, and then that's the cherry on top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't lead with it. Just, that's the cherry on top. Be your own person, and then you happen to be da-da-da's daughter or whatever. So.
Yeah, and then speaking of that, I heard somewhere that you said that your parents taught you to be humble and hardworking. Yeah. So that you were raised that way, right? To create your own path.
Yeah, my parents made it very clear that you need to make your own money. I was never given, I got my sister's hand-me-down car. I have to work to, I've just bought my own house, with my own money. Yeah. And I think that was very incredible and very just amazing that my parents did that, because I don't want to be a spoiled brat, and I don't, but it sucks because, when people look at me, they might not know that this is the story behind the thing. They only judge the, the Instagram or the this, which is obviously, love me or hate me, it's still an obsession, but it's just it's like a blessing and a curse, I would say.
Yeah. Because
you have to aim up to a standard that's so high, but at the same time, you just got to know you could do it. You got to believe that you could do it, because you could do it if you try.
Yeah.
Anybody can.
And speaking of your own lane and what you're doing, I do want to talk about your music. Listening to your music, your sound, you do this beautiful job of just mixing elements and different sounds and melodies. How would you best describe your sound?
I always get asked that question, and I think that my sound is a little bit, because I always say that I wanted to sound like Gaga and Rihanna. So I have a raspier sounding voice, so it's definitely kind of a little bit like a Miley kind of sounding. So, I have that root, and even my mother too. I sound like my mom. But
and you look like her.
Yeah, I do. Especially when I have makeup on. Especially when I have eye makeup on, I do look a lot like her. But yeah, my genre that I would consider myself is a Gaga Rihanna. Even people will tell me that. A mixture of the two combined, because I love hip hop, I lop that stuff, but I'm not gonna go the rap lane, but I could still work with the beats and sing on them and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, because there's even just speaking of hip hop and R&B sounds.
Because I love it so much.
Yeah, there's artists that do a great job with that raspy voice. I would even say a Mary J. Blige or a Keisha Cole. They know how to do that so well.
Legends. Yes. I would love to be on a feature or something like that. That's what, right? I'm gonna win a Grammy soon.
What would be your dream feature?
Oh shoot, my dream feature would be That's a really hard one. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I'm like going through
spot,
all the. I'm like going through all the people, alive or dead. I'm just kidding. My dream feature would be. There's so many. Probably like
You can do alive or dead. Whoever.
alive or dead. Okay, dead. Queen, Freddie Mercury.
Okay. All right.
Freddie Mercury. Yeah, I would want to do a song with him.
Ooh.
I'm obsessed with Freddie Mercury. I think he's. I love him. I'm obsessed with him. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe you can like sample some of his.
I know. And the reason why I say that I'm obsessed with him is not only because of his music, but because what he stood for. Like he was so like, what's more ridiculous than Your Royal Highness? Like he's like, you're forever known as the person who dropped Queen. Like he was so confident. Like if you ever are feeling down on yourself doing music, watch Bohemian Rhapsody and it'll like change your life because it's like just shows the process of it, and I just like respect him so much. Oh, alive and dead too. That's a lot of people. Yeah, let's just stick with that answer.
You're gonna stick with that one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, speaking of just like your upbringing, your mom is a rock star. Your dad has a successful music career as a musician, producer. Both parents are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What was it like growing up? Like, give us some of your experience growing up.
So, okay, so my life basically was on a tour bus. I feel like I grew up on a tour bus, and I feel like it was like, I love a tour bus, by the way. It's awesome because you could get off of it. So, whatever you want to. But so we would go to the, like on the tour bus and go on tour and stuff every summer for about, all of summer. I never had summer breaks. Like,
really?
Yeah, I never got to experience like summer breaks. Like I always wanted to.
Because you were touring with your
Yeah,
parents.
like I always wanted to stay home and party with my friends, but I never got to do that. But I was like a baby on tour. I think my first picture of me ever taken was when Hit Me With Your Best Shot was hit the charts for best song. Like hit the charts for #1 song was the picture of me. So my whole life was on stage. Like I would literally play a game with my nanny. Okay. It's hilarious, right? So my dad would keep bubble gum on the side, right? Mm-hmm. And he would play the guitar, right? And he's always like, you can get it whenever you want, And so I would do that. I would play hide and go seek with my babysitters, and I would run to on stage during the concert.
Would you be like on stage with your parents?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just run right on the stage and just stare at the audience and just wave at the audience. Because all I wanted to do was just sit and watch the audience and just like look at them.
That is adorable.
And I just wanted to perform.
Ever scared?
No, I wanted to just like be in. I loved it. I just wanted to like look at everybody and wave. Like I don't know. I just like I felt this like almost like a feeling I've never felt before.
And in one of those moments, is that when you knew you wanted to get into the entertainment industry?
Yes. Like I've always known that I wanted to be, like showing off my talents. So like singing, acting, and also using my career to do better for the world. Because I'm such an advocate for like bullying and advocate for like mental health and, that kind of stuff that I believe that like through my music and through like my work, like I'm gonna achieve more than just that. I'm gonna help people, which is ultimately like what I'm here to do.
That's beautiful. I saw that on your Instagram.
Thank you.
You gave back on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, and I made COVID masks back when COVID like broke out, and we sold. We fed 45,000 people in 1 month off of 15% of donations to Feeding America.
Powerful.
So that was really cool. Yeah, that felt better than the sales, to be honest. Yeah.
That's amazing. So I do want to get into the music.
Yes.
I can't help but to notice your latest single, Broke My Heart.
Yes.
Was that a nod to your mom's legacy, or was it just a coincidence that the sounds were so similar?
You want to know something funny? Okay, so I'm talking to my mom, and she's like, Hana, you know what my first song was that I released? And we're like talking. She's like not even thinking about my song. And I'm like, she's like, my first song was Heartbreaker. And I was like, mind you, my song had come out already. And I was like, wait a minute. My song's called Broke My Heart. Wait, it was a coincidence. Like it wasn't, there was nothing planned. Yeah. It had nothing, like, and my mom was like, get the out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I can swear, but she's like,
you can.
Out of here. You know what I mean? She's like, that is so crazy. That we would both kind of, it's just such a similar title kind of. But it had no coincidence at all. It just happened. Like it like was like, I thought that was just so funny. She's like, that is so mean, great minds think alike, I guess.
No,
Yeah.
that was. Tell us about the recording process and the creation process
Yeah.
of the song.
Yeah, so Broke My Heart was my first record I put out, and thanks to everybody who's watched and listened to it. I'm so excited for it. And it took a long journey for me to like, start doing music because like we brought up before, I had that whole like stigma about like doing music and people always were in my ear like, you're never gonna be as good as like those toxic.
To the negative.
But I used it as fuel, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna show these girls that I can do this because you know what? I know I can. And so I wrote Broke My Heart. It was written about it was written on a voice note. I remember singing the melody. And I sang the melody of the actual like instrumentation, and then I had somebody come in there and make it, and then we just wrote it. Me, Kyle, Zach, and Kyle and Zach wrote it.
So you heard it in your head first,
Yeah.
and then just had to get it out.
Yeah, I just had to get it out. Like I had to get it out. Like my recording process is like I gotta like if you don't groove to the record, like if you don't feel it and you don't like you close your eyes and like see how you're supposed to move to it, it's not right. Like. So like what I like to do is I like to go in there and I kind of freestyle first. So I put on headphones and I'll kind of like be like mumbling something, and that's kind of where we get the melody, and then we'll bring in the words. So that's kind of my process.
Are there any other singles that we can expect coming up?
Yes, there are so many singles coming out. I'm so excited. There's a lot of songs that we have done, and I'm really excited about it. And then there's one that has a huge feature on it. Okay, I can't say anything.
Ooh, can you give us a hint of the feature? Just give us a hint.
Maybe a family member. I'm not quite sure.
Ooh.
But I'm really excited for that one. And I have a lot of big records coming out and a lot of good stuff coming too. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder if she's made, like, I know you've written for your mom.
Yeah, I've written for my mom, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if she's made a song with like her mom and her dad, like a trio kind of
Maybe.
situation. Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. You never know. Yeah.
We'll be waiting.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk about social media because you are killing the game on social media with over 1.1 million followers on Instagram. I mean, like, wow. How did you, when you got on social media, did you do it with the purpose of becoming an influencer, or was it just something that happened organically? You wanted to post some hot stuff and it just blew up on its own?
Yeah. Okay, so Instagram, so I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I did fashion before I did influence. So I styled a lot of people and I was always styling, Viners, Lele Pons and, all these people. And so eventually they were like, and mind you, I had done acting my whole life. I've done theater, I've done, so I can act and I can, do comedy I think. So I would kind of study them doing it and I was like, it's not that hard to do this, right? So I completely did it to gain traction. So I completely did it to gain success in getting people to like my videos because I would write and edit them and do it. So it was almost like they like my work in a way. Not like I'm trying to be famous, but more like they like my work and I keep wanting to put stuff out. So what I did initially to kind of grow was I did a lot of, the best thing you could do is collaborations. Collaborations are key. I mean, I think I would do like 5 videos a day with other people, like different celebrities, like different, like bigger Instagram people. Yeah.
And then speaking of like some of your social media work and the videos you put out, I noticed that you had like the Kardashian videos, which are freaking hilarious.
Thank you.
Like,
I know. I need.
So good. You killed
Girl, I just want Kris Jenner to see it.
You nailed the Kris Jenner.
Dude, I just want Kris Jenner to see it.
That's Kris right there.
I want Kris and Khloe to see it because I do them so well. Like, I feel like I do it so well, and I just gotta keep going with it.
You do?
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, she got me. I mean, there's the other young lady that does it, Yuri.
Yeah, but it's like, mine is just...
But you knocked Kris Jenner out the park. I was like, oh no.
It's because, like, I swear to God, I kind of look like a Kardashian sometimes.
You do.
So it's like, I just look kind of like her, too, in a way. Like, a younger version or something.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
I think, though, if you keep doing it...
Do you think they're funny?
They're hilarious.
Okay, because, like, I think they're funny.
And they're spot on. Not only are they funny, like, the impersonation is spot on.
Okay, because I think they're funny, but I don't want to be the person that's like, I think they're funny, you know what I mean? But
no, I do.
Yeah, okay, good.
Too, so,
yeah.
you have a fan in me.
Yay! I'm like, Kyle, please show them to Kris Jenner. Or like, I'm like, to my hairstylist, I'm like, can you please show Khloe my video? Please, please. I just want him to see.
Because I was gonna ask you, I was like, do you know the Kardashian girls?
I do, but not like well enough to be like,
hey.
watch my video. Like, what do you think? Like, you know, maybe like a hi, hey, good to see you. Not like, have you seen my video on Instagram? You know, like it'd be like some fangirl thing.
Yeah, just let it kind of happen organically.
Yeah.
Let it come across their feed.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yes. Now, you had a segment called My Life Being Bullied. I want to make sure I get it right.
Yes.
And it was just so shocking because I'm like, how? You were bullied? I know there's not a specific space for being bullied or the victims of being bullied.
Yes.
But it's just so shocking. You come from this
I know.
royal family and you were the victim of bullying.
I know.
Tell us about that.
I know. And it's like, and you know, it's a tainted words now that I say that because, you know, when people look at me, they think, you know, she's this, you know, but you know, bratty, or she's got everything she wants. There's no way that she could get this. But at the same time, like, I grew up in Hana, Maui. So I was about halfway through 5th grade when I lived in Hana, Maui, and I was the only white girl at the school. It was all Hawaiians, and I was kind of chubby. And I was like going through the awkward stage. We all had braces. I mean, I was like pretty, like not cute. And so, you know, I was really badly bullied there. And because I had, you know, my mom had money, they hated me even more.
Oh, maybe
so yeah, and we had moved there because of a tragedy that had happened. So I didn't want to tell my mom like I'm getting bullied, right? Because we just got up and left there. I didn't want to be like selfish and be like, oh, I want to go home because I'm getting bullied. So I had to sit with it for like 3 years of getting bullied and getting almost beat up at school or being told things or just walking around school and not knowing if like what's going to happen or if you're going to be okay. So, you know, what I did was when I finally moved back to LA and I, you know, grew up, I joined Buddha Bullying. And Buddha Bullying is a charity, and I'm actually an advocate for it. And they are, you know, a growing charity that helps with bullying. So, you know, I'll do all that. I'll donate always to the people who are bullied because it's so traumatic what kids can say that can leave such a scar on these kids nowadays too. You know what I mean? And especially online. I can only imagine kids nowadays. So, you know, although you may think I'm just this cookie cutter or got a great life, you know, just don't judge people always by, you know, the covers because everybody's got their story.
Yeah, and you never know what people
You never know. So, you know, just, you know, just trusting God and just be good to one another and try to just like see the light because otherwise it can't be let in.
Yeah, love on one another.
Yeah, it's like, where's the love?
Where's the love?
Where's the love?
Yeah, I know your dad talked about bullying in his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he mentioned being bullied.
Yeah, oh yeah, because he was bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bullied because of him always, he was bullied because of the fact, did he talk about being bullied?
He just mentioned, he said it more of in an inspirational way, like, if you're being bullied, almost like lean into your artistry, lean into playing, you know, like take a page out of my book. This is what I did to overcome it. I leaned into my artistry, into creating music.
Yeah, so that's definitely.
Which I thought was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting bullied these days, I mean, know that these people, I mean, it's so hard to tell a kid this because when you're a kid, this is your life. Like, it's like high school is it. Basically, you know what I mean? Or middle school, it's hard to see. Yeah. But definitely focus on what makes you happy and keep the people around you that are that love you, and get rid of the people that cause harm because misery does love.
Company. There you go.
And to just love me or hate me, it's still an obsession. I don't know, it's like my phrase. You know, like people always say I have resting bitch face, but I'm always like, no, I'm just a bitch that needs some rest.
Oh,
that's a pretty good one.
That's a
pretty good one. Like I'm like, no, I'm just a bitch that needs some rest. Cause like it's so rude to say anyway. It's like so passive aggressive. Like, you know what I mean? Like what are you trying to say? Like, okay, I'm like, no, I'm just a bitch that needs some rest. Like, leave me alone. Like, yeah. Period. Trademark.
No, you really do need
I need to,
yeah. That needs to be on one of your t-shirts.
Yeah, will be.
There you go.
Yes.
Front and back.
Front and back.
All right, so what is up next for you musically?
Okay, up next musically, I have a new song coming out, and I can't really tell too much about it, but it's gonna be huge. I have the video shot for it. I did it all myself.
Okay.
It looks really good though. And this one's a little bit more urban-y, a little bit. Yeah, it's like a mix. This one has the Rihanna in it for sure. But it also has that like Gaga sound to it. So it's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. It's definitely different, and I hope everybody likes it. It's really cool. Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure
excited.
We'll love it.
Yeah.
All right, we were talking about your socials. Where can fans catch you, keep up with you on social media?
Keeping up with Hana.
Yeah.
Hana Giraldo. You guys can find me on like any platform. It's HanaGiraldo. So it's not Hannah, it's Hana. I know it's hard, but yeah, Hana Giraldo.
So it's not Hannah, it's Hana.
Hana, yeah.
So get Hannah.
Like
Montana.
Han Solo, or like
Yeah.
Hanukkah, like
Yeah.
Hana. You know?
Hanukkah. That's good. I like that reference.
Yeah, like it's like, you know, like Honolulu, like I don't know.
There you go. Yeah, you're full of them.
Yeah, I lived in Hana. That's why I was
Okay.
saying Hana Maui. So that's where I was bullied. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was perfect then.
Yeah.
I mean, not the bullying, but the
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, the name. Yeah. Yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, edit that out. Like, and that's out. I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Hana, for hanging out with us today.
Thank you for having
It's
me.
been a pleasure. Best of luck to you. We are so looking forward to seeing your journey and your trajectory.
Oh, well, thank you guys for having me so much, and I look forward to showing you guys my music, and thank you for having me, of course. And yeah, you guys find me on all platforms. I love you guys so much. Hi, my name is Hana Giraldo, and you've just been buzzed.
The start, never fall in love with strangers at the bar. I guess I was the same.